Yo, I'm Marcus Bronzy here from Ain't Got a Clue.
I am Kae Kurd.
There is a way you can listen to all of the episodes of this podcast without any ads in the way of it, and you can get a bonus episode called More of a Clue every single week.
Now, if you go onto the Apple podcast homepage, you will see a very outdated picture of me and Marcus before this podcast stressed us out and made us lose weight. You can go on there and there's a little bit that says get exclusive episodes, early access and more. Press that. It gives you 3 days for free as a trial, and then for the price of a coffee every month you get bonus content.
That's right, and you also get all our regular episodes ad-free. Let's give you a quick taster of that right now.
And most people have an electric car they use for short journeys, so they're still using their petrol engines for the longer journeys. When you look at it from an ethical and an economic standpoint, electric cars still aren't in the clear.
Yeah, and there's still a conversation to be had, like you said, with the sourcing of your electricity. Where's it come from? As a tyre burnt for your electricity, or
chucking coal on the furnace?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. There's a good point in that.
And plus, a lot of them are shit.
Yeah,
just he reviews like
man. Like there's some shit that some of these car companies get away with, and I'm like, nah, man. I'm driving a prototype.
It's so
around,
funny.
Man.
It's so funny when I was getting a car and I was like, should I get an electric one? And Marcus was like, just go for a hybrid, man.
For so many people,
for your specific use,
So many people bought electric. They're like, I'm doing my bit. Then the electricity prices just creeping up. Mate, I got solar panels at home. First week I moved in.
Yeah, good man.
Mate, some days they're buying electricity back from me.
Nice.
Really?
Nice. Yeah.
My electricity bill, I've got ice bath, heating, aircon, anything.
You seem like you've cracked life, bruv.
My bill for the month was like $90, like £45. And then they bought back $55 of electricity. So my electricity is £1 a day. And I was like,
wow.
Petrol's £1.10 in Australia. The interest rates are a bit shit.
But how many like animals do you fight on a weekly basis?
I've only had one spider in my house since I moved in.
And what kind of spider was it?
Huntsman are the big ones.
Jesus.
But they're the safe ones, right? So the Aussies often will leave a huntsman as long as it's not in their bedroom because they kill the bad ones.
Okay.
Oh.
So like the huntsman's like the big, they're quite furry.
But you have to like check your shoes and you don't wear shoes.
But like I've never seen one in my shoes. Like some people, cars and wind mirrors, and Duran had one once where he put the visor down and the spider was on his dash like 5 a.m. It's like that can happen, but it doesn't. And similar, like in Australia, everyone's like, oh, be careful of sharks. I'm like, 82 people drowned on Bondi in a year. In a year, 82 drownings, right? When I get into the sea, everyone's like, oh, sharks. I'm like, I'm more of a threat to myself. This was a bit from my last live show, talking about the availability bias. I go, every British person can name 5 sharks, but they can't spot a rip in the ocean. Like, we are educated in the wrong thing. Brits are going out in the ocean, getting pulled out, and the lifeguards are like, mate, this would be fucking embarrassing if I have to come save you, because when the rip gets you just got to let it take you out, come across and come back in. But the Brits are fucking Michael Phelps in it towards the line. They just can't win. So British people, like, the availability bias is where we actually paint a reality of our world based on the information we're fed.
It's more dangerous getting in a car.
100%. And people get scared flying when the Uber trip to the airport was way more dangerous.
Statistically more dangerous, yeah.
Like with lottery as well. But when someone wins the lottery, they get it in your face to make you feel like you could win. So then again, you're struck by lightning, all of these things. And then in it, I'm like, my dad does the lottery. I'm like, Dad, you're a smart guy, but this is fucking dumb. And then I go through all the points I spoke about in the live show, and I'm like, my dad was more likely to get bitten by a shark whilst being struck by lightning while swimming out at sea than he is to win the lottery.
But when he wins one day...
Dad, do you remember that portion?
Yeah. Dad, you only got a few more finance cycles back, bruv, so I get that inheritance nicely, Dad.
But it's a funny thing you talk about like how many material stuff you buy and you don't really give a shit about it afterwards. Like
watches as well.
Oh, is it?
You ever had a go?
I got a sub. Well, first of all, actually, there was one watch that I loved, and it was the Rose Gold GMT.
Rolex.
2. Yeah. So I was like, this is a beautiful watch. And I got like a tax rebate, and it was about £34,000. And in Australia, it was about $65,000. And I texted the dealer. My mate goes, my dealer's got it, so you should buy it. So I message him. I go, oh, can I try it on? He goes, no. So I go, oh, could you knock off GST, which is like 10%? He goes, no. I go, fuck, I'll buy it. So I bought it. And when I got it, I was like, this is nice. First, like, real crazy thing I bought for myself. I didn't have a visa, so I couldn't buy a house or anything. So I was
you can't wear it training.
Well, now, but like, I had it on. I was like, fuck, this is heavy. This is fucking heavy. And I thought, they're like, you bought a gold watch, you cunt. But I wore it for 2 years. And then when I came back to London, I sold it at Trotters in the city. And I got like £9,000 more than I paid for it. after 2 years of wearing it. And then I was like, that's it, James. No more being stupid. But then I got a plain sub.
Well, I'd argue that wasn't stupid then if you made $9,000 more off of it after 2 years of...
Yeah, but it was a stupid decision that paid off. Not many people that spend that money.
Sure.
So then I got a plain sub, which was like, you know, David Beckham would wear a plain sub, although he's sponsored by Tudor. That's the style, you know. Imagine having so much money, you just go for the basic.
Low key.
Yeah.
Just like, not entry level, but like, like a standard.
I was like, this is priceless. And then I remember like walking through Westfield and, you know, so I was like, let's just have a little look at the watch shop. And I saw this AP, saw them as PK. And they had like the rubber strap, like the Dan Bilzerian one that he always wears. I was like, I could try it on. Tried it on. I was like, nah, this is too big. This is stupid. I was like, how much is this? Fucking ridiculous. Who'd wear one of these? Went back that afternoon and bought it. And I just, my housemates are at the point where I'm like, I'm just going to go look at a watch. They already know I'm buying it. So I got an AP and I got a Rolex. But then I was like, what am I doing? Who am I trying to impress? I'm trying to impress other guys. It's like having a big chest. Girls like shoulders. The only reason you want big pecs is to impress other guys. I was like, that's all I'm doing. I'm just in a cock off. And now I can't go to any Soho houses in the UK and impress other guys because I'll get jacked on the way there.
So true.
So now my watch is stuck in Oz where they haven't got the culture to impress anyone else.
Because the people in Australia won't give a shit about it. They're like,
all right, well done, mate.
Yeah. Well done.
Well done.
I'm in fucking thongs.
Yeah.
with a surfboard by my arm.
Where I live now, the Big Flex is having so their Vauxhalls,
coffee machine or
their
something.
Vauxhalls there are called Commodores.
Okay.
And there's a Commodore Holden. It's like a V8 pickup truck. So people have got like big pickup trucks. Now, this is how long the area I live in. I've been living there a few months. My missus catches me looking at Subaru Imprezas. I'm in like a chavvy, bogan, mullet area of Australia, and I love it. I was like, Golf R is a bit too couth. It's a bit too posh. It's a bit too European.
I need a fucking Chavamobile.
V8
Ute. Are you going to go for the Ute vibe?
Oh, Ute,
a bright green V8 Ute with twin exhausts. Dog in the back. G'day, mate. No shoes on. I was like, I think that would be my next flex. I was like, I could just sell my watches and get the dirty bogan.
But do you really care? No. Do you really care what people think anymore?
No, but do you?
Because I think you put a clip up recently where you said something like, forget people that unfollow you because they were never going to buy your product anyway. So if people don't like you, fuck them.
Well, this is it. But also sometimes the people that hate you the most are the ones that check in to see how you're doing, see if you've fallen off yet, see if your career has come to a decline. And when they do, I was like, wouldn't it be nice to wear their favourite watch that they'll never be able to afford? And it just it's like a little dig like that. There's sometimes, because I know the craziest thing is when people chat shit online, I'm like, these people are watching every video. Like every video. The people that hate you the most watch everything because they're waiting for you to accidentally upload a story.
On your Ask Me a Question, they're always fucking trying to chat some shit as well, aren't they? Because you do a lot of that.
Yeah, I love it. But like, so sometimes the materialistic stuff, I was like, that's for the haters. Just like, I want you to be so depressed and I want you to hate me so much that you go, I always wanted a Porsche. And I'm like, God, the steering wheel smells nice. You know what I mean? Like, so there's sometimes a bit of that. But
you flew a private jet as well?
Yeah, so the first time.
Boom. So if you like that and you want to hear more of that sort of stuff, go and sign up to More of a Clue. Well, you know, on the Apple Podcast app. Gives you a little bonus content.
That's it. Press that try free button. You get 3 days free trial. No way you're going to get through the content in that time because we put so much bonus stuff up there. And then for the price of a coffee, roll with us. Become part of the Clueless clan.
And if enough of you sign up, we might start looking like the guys in the pictures again.